Hello and welcome. I'm Charles and I go by the realm known as Zepbound. I came across this article at GoodRx. They are tracking access to GLP-1 medications via commercial insurance. Basically, they found what we all have been seeing but weren't able to put numbers to, and that is that coverage is lagging, particularly for Zepbound, and insurers are putting hurdles up before patients can get access to that coverage. And that comes in the form of step therapies and prior authorizations. But what they didn't include in that, which I have been hearing a lot of, is that insurers are raising the BMI requirements before approving these medications. So instead of a BMI of 27 with at least one comorbidity or a BMI of 30 with no comorbidity, as outlined in the FDA approval, they will raise the BMI requirements to something like 40, meaning you must be in class 3 obesity or what they formerly called morbidly obese. Let's look at the numbers. This is comparing access in 2024 to what it is so far in 2025. For Zepbound, they did find that people that have unrestricted access to Zepbound increased. Again, what they mean by unrestricted access is no step therapy or prior authorizations. That number increased from 9% in 2024 to 13% in 2025. So that is an additional 7.3 million people. However, the number of people with no coverage through their insurance increased by 14%. That left an additional 4.9 million people with no coverage for Zepbound. On the flip side of that, the number of people gaining coverage for Wegovy actually increased in 2025 when compared to 2024. The number of people with unrestricted access increased by about 600,000. At the same time, the number of people with restricted access moved up from 67% to 71%. Impacting 6.3 million people. In all, some 7 million people gained some kind of access, whether restricted or unrestricted, to Wegovy in 2025. As they point out, the increase in coverage far outweighs, no pun intended, the decrease in coverage for Zepbound. Yet there are still millions that do not have coverage for at least one GLP-1 medication that has the indication for obesity treatment. Now, the article does talk about coverages for other GLP-1 medications and coverage for those with type 2 diabetes. If you're interested in reading it, I have linked it in the description of this video. Let's talk about it in the comments. Have a good day.